Hey guys, I'm Sergio Pena.
And I'm Sam Hunt.
You're watching 20-some Laps In, presented by King Charles Productions and GoPro.
The goal today is to give you guys a glance of a day of short track racing from the views of Sergio and I, a group of 20-some-year-olds.
Oh man, this couch is terrible. Alright, well, time to get up and head to the track. Oh, turn some lights on here. Alright. Time to go wake up Sam. Here we go. Time to go to the track, Sleeping Beauty. Wake up, buddy!
Come on, man!
Time to go to the track!
Alright, let's go racing. My name is Sam Hunt. I'm 23 years old. I started racing overseas when we lived in the Netherlands. You know, I got into the karting scene when I was 6 and fell in love with it immediately. And then when we moved back to the States, I got into the oval racing scene and kind of stuck with it. I started racing in the K&N series back in 2012, and it's been an up and down road. On the driving side, we've had our good days and our bad days, and now being a student and being the youngest car owner in NASCAR has kind of changed my outlook on the whole deal. I'm going to school to get my degree, and I'm pursuing the business side of the sport as well as the driving side. So I've met a lot of really good people along the way. As you can see, made lifelong friends, and just enjoying the ride as much as I can while I'm young.
Hey, so a little bit about myself here. I started racing when I was actually 7 years old. Started in go-karting, kind of the same route as Sam did. I didn't race in Europe though when I was really young. I did a couple times. But mostly here in the States, in the stars of karting, and then when I was about 12, 13 years old, I moved up to formula cars and raced those for a little while, but kind of realized I was getting too tall. I'm sure as you guys have seen so far, I'm about 6'3", so the formula car route, I was just kind of outgrowing those cars and decided to get into oval racing. So started off in a late model when I was about 15 at Shenandoah Speedway, and then I applied for the Drive for Diversity Combine, and that's how I got my start in the K&N Pro Series, which I've been racing there for about 6 years now. I started in 2010 was my first full season. So I've just been enjoying the ride. It's been a lot of fun. Like Sam said, it's a stressful deal because trying to move team to team and just continue to grow yourself as a driver can be very tough. It's awesome what Sam's doing. Being the team owner also. I've actually had an awesome opportunity a few times to drive for him, which is really cool. Anytime me and Sam get to work together is a lot of fun. Outside of racing right now, since I'm not under contract with any teams, I instruct the military, special force guys, and some government agents like the State Department, all their defensive driving before they go overseas and get deployed. So that's what I do with most of my time throughout the week. It's a lot of fun. It's really cool because it keeps me in a car, and usually when they're in the classroom getting their class, I'm out in the car just throwing it sideways and having a lot of fun. So it keeps me sharp in the car, which is awesome, and it's just something that I really enjoy, especially like a backup plan. Sam, he goes to school here at VCU. I actually went to Radford University for a couple years, and I've been continuing my education through online school just because of my schedule. So the government training and the military stuff is really cool as a backup plan. Maybe doing some high threat type of driving if racing doesn't work out. But racing's number one always, and it always will be. So we'll continue to push hard for that.
So I met Sam in middle school when he was racing go-karts. I was actually dating his neighbor back home, and then we went to high school together at James River, and then I went off to school, and kind of the whole time that I was in school and Sam was still racing K&N and late model, I'd come back and help him work on his cars, and we were good buddies all through then. And then I moved to Arizona after I graduated from college, and we stayed in touch. Sam came out and visited a couple times, and then now I've since moved back, and we now live together. And I guess you've seen our apartment. But it's been really cool to see Sam grow up through go-karts and now into cars and kind of into a team ownership role. Just to watch him kind of mature and grow as a person, and he's really does well for himself now.
So school's done now, right?
Yeah, we had final exams the other day, so we had like a few days off or whatever till next week or two, and then we start like the next summer semester or whatever. But how's work?
I'm struggling with this watermelon.
I can tell.
No, it's going good, man. Just staying super busy out there, but having fun.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Yeah, it's just so freaking tiring.
Yeah.
The early wake-up calls. But,
No girls in your life right now?
nothing right now, man.
They're all crazy, aren't they?
Girls are crazy. Yeah.
They're all crazy.
But no. Too busy.
I feel you.
So I need to get a dog.
Yeah, it's a lot more work than you think.
I know. Can't be as much work as a woman, though.
No, there is never as much work as a woman. Just kidding. To all you great women out there,
Yeah.
you guys are great, but just the ones we ain't.
No, yeah, cool. No, I'm pumped for the day. Excited for tomorrow, too, man, to do the wakeboarding deal.
Yeah.
Patrick, our doorman, he, I guess he's really good, huh?
Yeah, back in high school, actually at Virginia Tech, he rode for like the Virginia Tech wakeboard team, so he's got like a lot of experience doing it, but I'm not very good at it, so I'll have to see how it goes or whatever.
Well, is it close to snowboarding, though?
Kinda. There's no easy way to fall, you know, if you fall, you hit pretty hard, you know, whereas on a snowboard, you can kind of sit down on the snow. But I mean, I've only done it a few times, and I'm not very good at it, so.
Yeah, we need to talk to Patrick about it.
Yeah.
All right, y'all, it's time to go. Let's roll.
All right, let's do it.
Time to go.
All right, wait on you, Sam. Let's go. Come on.
You never wait on me.
Never.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
What's up, guys? I'm here with Sergio Pina. It's Friday afternoon. We're heading to the track in a little bit, but you know, we figured we'd come out and have a little fun here before up in Doswell, Virginia. We're doing a little bit of dirt biking today. As you can see, the bike, it's about 1,000 degrees. We've got the gun set up in the back, so, you know, we're looking to have some fun. I always feel like
Behind the scenes, on the way to the track with Patrick Wynn. There's Patrick. There he is. There's Trish. And we're on our way. We're here in Richmond. I'm drying my headstock right now through the window because I just washed it. All right, Sam, get us there safe. You know what you're doing behind the wheel?
Hey, no pain, no pain. They're just like totally gonna time lapse it.
wind.
Great. So at 1 o'clock, we have the mandatory drivers meeting on stage. Late model practice number 1 starts at 2 o'clock. Practice 2 starts at 3. And qualifying will begin at 5. And the race will start at.
Does it say if you're exempt from all of it, if you're stuck in traffic the whole time?
Yes, we are stuck in traffic right now. 95 is never a good road, so hopefully we make it.
And it's starting to rain, which is always good too.
Yeah. So driver's meeting is 1:20, right?
Starts at 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock driver's meeting.
Yes.
Perfect. So, might miss the driver's meeting, but wouldn't be the first time. Yeah, I'm anxious to see what the field's going to be like today, you know.
How many cars have they been having at Dominion?
That first race, there was quite a few. There was like 30, but I don't know. I think they've been getting like mid-20s or so.
Still pretty good for a short track trip.
Yeah. I think Jeff is going to be tough here.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely.
And lots of good drivers, man.
So who would you say, as far as, you know, drivers in general, you know, from short tracks to the cup deal, you know, who do you think has the most raw talent, or, you know, people, you know?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you're always hard to race against.
Always.
Especially when you put me in the fence and go gray.
Yeah.
No, just kidding. But man, I've always spoken really highly of Brett Moffitt. You know, he's always been so tough.
Yeah.
You know, me and him being teammates that one year, we had pretty equal stuff, and he was just always so hard. He's always hard to pass.
Yeah.
And
I think Brett's just, you know, talented in motorsports. You know, we went dirt biking 2 weeks ago, and, you know, me being a little more timid on a bike, you know, Brett was just like wide open immediately, and, you know, you said that's kind of how he is, and
yeah.
you know, you got that chance with Red Horse
Yeah.
last weekend, and, you know, I think he qualified outside pole, and you know, was running well until his engine blew up. So, you know, I think him. You know, I've always thought Corey LaJoie's been one of the toughest to race against, and you know, one of those guys, you know, you would think would be racing on Sundays, but then, you know, Kyle Larson. You know, you remember when we raced with Kyle in the K&N, you know, he would take a car that was a 10th place car and you know, be first, second, third by the end of the race.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Is just always did that. So that's good. Yeah, Brett, I feel like he's just got no fear. Even on the snowboard. So we were up at Snowshoe a couple years ago, and there's just the huge jumps in the terrain park. And, you know, we're going pretty fast, but I was like, there's no way we're going to launch off this jump. So I kind of roll over. Sure enough, Brett just launches, and I couldn't see the landing.
Was he flailing?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I've told you that story. Yeah, so as soon as he launches off this jump, instantly just flailing. And everyone on the ski lift coming back up, everyone's like, oh! And then I guess he fell. And I don't know, when I got down there, he was back up. So
yeah, he's definitely wide open. You know, I think in the short tracks, you know, obviously Peyton Sellers, who, you know, I'm running this team with now, I've always thought Peyton's one of the best guys. You know, I've seen him in a late model, you know, for most of the experience I've had with him. You know, I think he's a great talent. You know, Lee Pulliam is just incredible in a late model.
Yeah.
Nick Smith, who you're going to be racing against tonight, I think is one of the toughest guys to race against. So
he's really patient too. I've noticed, like, he's hard to pass, and he like races clean with you. But when it's time to go, you know, he's not afraid to do the job.
And then there's like your Eddie Johnsons from Richmond, who, you know, you kind of sleep on them, and, you know, they'll qualify a little bit further back in the pack, and you won't see them till it's, you know, 20 to go, 30 to go, and then, you know, they've just methodically worked their way, you know, up to the front of the field by the end of the race. So, you know, I think there's a ton of talent in the late model, and, you know, the NASCAR late model stocks, and, you know, K&N, you know, there's a lot of talent everywhere. It's just, there's definitely, I feel like, some guys that you would think would be racing, you know, on Sundays that are, you know, kind of having to claw
out their way, stay in the sport, kind of like kind of like what we're doing.
I think no matter what level of racing, it's always hard to win, no matter where you're at. Whether it's drivers, equipment, or both. It's usually a combination of both.
Yeah.
So there's always good drivers out there. That's the tough thing, is there's so many good drivers and so few spots.
Yeah. What's been your favorite track to race on?
New Hampshire, man. I love New Hampshire. Yeah, it's awesome because it's kind of like a road course. The way of being nice and flat and hard braking. What about you?
Well, Dover obviously is one of the most fun tracks that we go to. That's kind of like its own animal, as you know. And I always thought we raced at that Clearfield, what was it called? C&B Bank Raceway, Pennsylvania, a few years ago. Thought it was cool how each, both sides of the track were like completely different. Like 3 and 4 was flat and sweeping, and then 1 and 2 had banking. You kind of had to run up the racetrack a little bit. I thought that was kind of a cool driver's track. I know you ran really well there, too, with Brett.
Brett stole that from me.
Yeah. And the trophy from that race was great too. Wasn't it a cash register with a sticker on it?
Yeah, just decal.
Yeah,
that was cool.
And Rockingham was cool too.
Rockingham was awesome.
Being one of some of the last guys to ever race on that track. That was a lot of fun too.
Alright guys, so welcome to Dominion Raceway. We're going to be racing the late model race here tonight. It's going to be 100 laps, and that's where we've been all day today. 3 rounds of practice, got qualifying coming up, so really excited to get going for the race tonight. This is a 0.4 of a mile track, and it's actually brand new, so it's one of the first races of the track's history. It's mildly banked, not too steep, not too flat either, so it's a really fun racing. The guys out here race really hard, and there's a lot of hitting and bumping, so I'm excited. We've got 1 win so far already this year here at the track, so hopefully we'll be able to get another tonight.
Alright, so what I'm doing today is spotting for Sergio. I'm not actually racing tonight, unfortunately, but I've been spotting for Sergio throughout the year in the NASCAR late model stock car. And what a spotter does is we kind of act as the eyes for the race car driver. We sit on top of the stadium with the radio on, and we've got communication with the driver. So my goal is to kind of keep Sergio out of trouble, clear him, let him know when other cars are around him, and try to keep him from crashing the car, which can be a tall order. He drove my K&N East car earlier this year at VIR and tore it to pieces. So all in good fun. Sergio's a great race car driver. If I can keep him out of trouble, I think we've got a good car for later tonight, and I think he can be there at the end of the race. So looking forward to the rest of the evening.
just wrapped up practice here at Dominion. Actually went really well. Unfortunately, last time we were here, the car got wrecked. We had a hub break in the race, so we got the chance to make a lot of changes to the car, and yeah, everything's working really well. I think so far we've set the fastest lap time right there in the last 2 practices. So just working on small tune, fine adjustments, and just yeah, look forward to qualifying coming up soon, and then ready for the race.
All right, so practice went pretty well today. Sergio did a good job inside the car. The car seemed to be hitting the track a lot and bottoming out a little bit. So I think if we can get that fixed, you know, with air pressure or with racing the car up, I think, you know, we'll have a pretty good car. He made a mock run in round 2 and put down a really fast lap, which will definitely, you know, give him and the rest of the team a lot of confidence going into qualifying. You know, I think the car is as good as it's ever been, at least, you know, when I'm around. So I think there's a, you know, a good shot at Sergio ending up front tonight. He can just stay out of trouble, and, you know, I'll try to help out with keeping him, you know, out of trouble. I think he'll have a shot at putting it in victory lane. So looking forward to the rest of the night. All right, we're here. We just finished up qualifying. Didn't go quite as planned. So Sergio, why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, that's racing though, it happens. You know, we were really excited for qualifying because practice we were really fast. We actually made a mock qualifying run, so we had a lot of confidence. Unfortunately, you know, some things happened. You know, like Sam was saying earlier, the track, when the car was hitting the track, and we finally got the car to stop bottoming out. In return, the car turned a little bit better, and it's just really loose. Luckily, we spun out after the checkered flag, so just got up in some of the. There's a lot of rubber up on the top side of the track. We got some of that, just spun out a little bit, but we ended up 9th. Not terrible. Obviously, we're looking for the pole, but oh well, that's racing. We'll see. I think it's going to be fun coming back through the field a little bit if we get the race in the train here right now. So we'll see how it goes.
Crew chief of the 11 car. My name is Chris Edwards. We're here at Dominion Raceway. Here we're looking for a free race car. You cannot have a tight race car here. You got to keep it rolling. You got to keep your momentum up. The freer you can get it, the better it'll be. You can't be free in, of course. You can't be free in through the center or nothing like that. But what I mean by that is just you just got to keep it where it's on top of the track and just going through as fast as it can go, as smooth as it can go. That's basically what you do. Get 4 tires, all the same temperature. Make sure you're working all 4. But that's about here at Raceway here. You just try to get as much speed as you absolutely can. Tires are big here. and you know, after that you just keep going as hard as you can, and you can drive it from lap 1 to 100 as hard as you absolutely can. Track has plenty of grip, so.
Is that why they call you free ride, because you like the car to be free?
Absolutely, absolutely. We like it free. Like I said, you just got to keep it going. That's about it as far as setup here. Known Sam for about 10 years now, probably. I started with him when he first started late model. Sergio, I just met him this year. I've heard Sergio's name throughout a couple years, but finally was able to, you know, race with him here and able to meet him and building a relationship, you know, racing together. All the guys here are really good to race with. Most of them are clean, some of them are still learning. So you'll see a lot of cautions here, a lot of riding around trying to get everybody in their spots. But your veterans here, they put on a good show. It's you know, after a restart, it's bumper to bumper. Then you have 2 or 3 cars that can kind of, you know, get away, but cars are coming, trying to get more competitive here. So it's a good deal.
Alright, we're 2 hours into a rain delay and the spirits are still high. Maybe not.
Oh wait, is this video?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell him, Sergio. The joy of racing. The saying is hurry up and wait, and this is the extended wait portion of that.
I don't even think there was a big chance of rain today, but it's because we're at a racetrack, and it rains at every racetrack, every race.
Every Saturday.
Every Saturday, yeah.
Okay, so qualifying is a little unique here. They decided to invert the top 10 cars in qualifying, so kind of hard to aim to qualify 10th, because basically you'll start on the pole if you qualify 10th. So we kind of went out there and just gave it our best, ended up qualifying 10th, which is going to make us start first place for the race. So yeah, we're going to be starting first, pretty excited. The car's a little bit loose right now, so we're going to see if we can adjust some air pressure. It's the only adjustment you can make before the race. So yeah, 75 laps for this first race, and then we have a 50 lapper later. So yeah, going to start first, hopefully stay out front there and be hard to pass, and go have some fun.
I torture you, take my hand through the flame. I torture you, I'm a slave to your game. I wanna chain you up, I wanna tie you down. I'm just a sucker for pain. I'm a sucker for pain. I got the squad tatted on me from my neck to my ankles. Pressure from the man got us all in rebellion. We gon' go to war, yeah, without failure. Do it for the fam, dog. 10 toes down, dog. Love and the loyalty, that's what we stand for. Alienated by society. All this pressure give me anxiety. Walk slow through the fire. Like who gon' try us? Feeling the world go against us, so we put the world on our shoulders. I torture you. Take my hand through the flame. I torture you. I'm a slave to your game.
So I had a rough weekend out here at Dominion. Pretty much got caught up in a wreck. You know, we started on the pole there and kind of got shuffled back a little bit. So we came in the pits to make an adjustment, and it made the car a lot better. And coming back through the field, it's just tough because sometimes cars can be a little bit more unpredictable towards the back. So unfortunately, got caught up in a wreck, but I'm okay. Car's a little beat up, but nothing that they can't fix. So hopefully we'll be able to get the car back and get back to some racing here soon.
All right, we're wrapped up here at Dominion Raceway. Long day. Didn't quite go the way we wanted to, but you know, we had a good time. You got anybody you want to thank, Sergio?
Yeah, I got to thank a lot of people. You know, Sam Beatty, first of all, for giving me the opportunity to come do this. Even though it was a frustrating weekend, we had a lot of fun, and just thankful to be in the car. I would thank Sam for helping me come spot, but he's kind of a hostage. He has no choice. No, seriously, huge thanks to Sam for doing this. Thank you to you guys, Charlie and Trish. You know, it's been a lot of fun shooting this. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and you know, hopefully you guys will keep following short track racing.
Yeah, thank you to all the short track racing fans and everybody that keeps these places going.
I wanna chain you up. I wanna tie you down. I'm just a sucker for pain.
Devoted to destruction, a full dosage of detrimental dysfunction. I'm dying slow, but the devil trying to rush me. See, I'm a fool for pain. I'm a dummy, might cut my head off right after I slit my throat. Tongue kiss a shark, got jealous boat. Eating peanut butter and jellyfishes on toast. And if I get stung, I get stoked. Might choke like I chewed a chunk of charcoal. Naked in the North Pole. That's why my heart cold, full of sorrow. A lost soul, and only Lord knows when I'm coming to the crossroads. So I don't fish but tomorrow. And I'm a sucker for pain. It ain't nothing but pain. You just complain. You ain't tough as you claim. Just stay up in your lane. Just don't Lil Wayne. I'ma jump from my plane or stand in front of a train. Cause I'm a sucker for pain.
Used to doing bad, now we feel like we just now getting there. Ain't got no other way, so we started and finished it.
No pain, no gain. Never stand down, made our own way.
It's rolling.
Hey guys, I'm Sergio Pena.
And I'm Sam Hunt.
We're here to. Oh shoot.
That's what that is, right?
You want to just use a different pan? Here, let's do this. Let's turn it all the way down.
Are we rolling?
So practice went pretty well. Sergio made a mock run in I think second round and posted a pretty good lap time. I think the car was hitting the track pretty bad from what I could see from up top and from how he was complaining on the radio about it. So, you know, you just gotta keep him from acting like a little girl in the car and get him to drive it. And you know, he practiced good. I think we got a good car for later on. If I can keep him from crashing into everybody else, then we'll have a shot at it. So we're ready to roll.
So yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be good rolling off the first, I guess. The car's a little loose, but I got news that it's gonna turn into the McDonald's Cup Series. So shout out to McDonald's. Got great breakfast sandwiches. Okay. I have to do it.
Good effort.